Town Minneapolis. It can certainly get loud inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Green Bay Packers. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
On the double. Coming this way, Here we go.
And right away, he lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Box truck.
Now this time Rodgers will throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Everson Griffin, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Gotta hope that's not a sign of things to come as they face an early 2nd and long. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
And this is where you need the quarterback to morph into being a running back. The ball can't be away from his body. It can't be loose. It can't be held like he's going to throw it. Tuck it away. Take care of it because he's going to run through a lot of traffic.
And if he doesn't take care of it, we're going to see less design runs like that. Vanderbilt's own Oren Burks had the tackle defensively.
Gun.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Cousins open here, Adam Thielen. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there. Cousins to Thielen. 41 yards. Working out of the gun. Cousins. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Olabisi Johnson there to make the grab as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Bailey got the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he goes out right around the 39. Call it a gain of 5 as they move the sticks.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
On first down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards on 2nd down now. It's Williams. Williams loses the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game. All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
So they try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Tried to go back again to Adam Thielen, but now it'll be third down. Cousins. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
It's a 47-yard field goal try from here, but instead they're going to opt to go for it on fourth down. Cousins. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Cousins now to throw on first down. Cook with a first down and much more. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone.
That's it, baby. We got one.
Take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Sliding out of the pocket. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for his running back, Aaron Jones, that time. And it's third down.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield and try to hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams. 78 yards as they are now on the board here in the first half. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A good run on first down. It's got him very close to the line to gain, just shy of the 35.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking. See that trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Cousins. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
2nd down, Cousins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Well, CD, with the end of the season comes the announcement of the All-Pro team, and everybody was like, wait a second, Christian McCaffrey's listed twice. Is that a mistake? No, he got it both at running back and flex. Pretty impressive.
Very impressive, because I think a lot of people thought that if you have a running back and a flex position, that maybe Christian McCaffrey would go into the flex because he catches the ball so well. And you would go ahead and elevate the big guy out of Tennessee, Derrick Henry, to the All-Pro running back. Henry ends up being a second-team guy, but McCaffrey deserves being first-team running back as well as first-team flex. He had a tremendous...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Everson Griffin able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
50 clicks.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10.
Here we go. Tight end left. Tight end left.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
5. Gun. 42. It's going to be a long...
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That'll be complete to Cook.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down.
Gun.
Throwing, Cousins. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And he's able to find Diggs. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Vikings 1st down. Diggs able to find his way free and get the catch from Cousins. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take... Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And the Packers pick it up.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
Well, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Well, that 2nd down completion, something of a disaster, and now they're left with 3rd and long. He can run for it, and he will. Able to pick up a dozen yards on the keeper, but now it's 4th down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Rodgers going to throw. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Packer first down. Rolling to his right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. Got a man, that's Allison. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number one. Looking to throw again on second down. Rodgers to the goal line, but it's incomplete. The former Pro Bowl linebacker Anthony Barr there to jar it free.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter. A lot of time to change things. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
That's it, baby.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half.
Let's go. Let's do this.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you termed that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 44-yard line. On 1st and 10, Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. It's complete. Abdullah. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A gain of 7 that time. Second and goal.
Hey, Haywood.
To throw again on second down. Cousins toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook, his second touchdown of the night. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Packers take over 1st and 10.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. Well, they were a little too excited to get the football, touched it before it went 10 yards.
And that's so difficult, isn't it? Because sometimes you can just take a bad hop and veer into your lane or into your body. In this case, though, they touched it before 10. Illegal touching is the call.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down. On first down, Rodgers. He's got the hook up to Lazard. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long. Rodgers now to throw. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. The defensive end, Danielle Hunter, drops him. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on third and long. Throwing now is Rodgers. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away.
And look at this. It's a fake. And he's going to let it go deep. Oh, and this turns into a mess as it's intercepted. Picked up by Anderson-Dejo. And his guys are going to have the football back as the third quarter comes to an end. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. First down, here's Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give them 18 there and give the Vikings a first down. Cousins now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's first and 10. To throw is Cousins. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step one. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still a 3-score game, no fourth quarter. Not even a chance to pitch that one as he's swallowed up in the backfield. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be a second and long. Here's Rodgers. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here first and 10 at their own 42. They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it second and 12. Cousins the thrower. And this is Cook with a grab. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll make it a second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
On 2nd and 9, Cousins. That's going to be caught. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
It's a gain of 20.
They'll run for it with Cook. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Bailey got the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25.
Makes the score Vikings 35, Packers 10. Dan Bailey to kick off for Minnesota.
And that will get out of bounds, so that's definitely going to put a major crimp in any comeback plans they may have had. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now it's Rodgers. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing here, Cousins. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Jair Alexander that time able to knock that one away. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. A 10th carry in the game for Cook.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
On 3rd and 1, here's Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And Diggs has it. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 12 more yards there and another first down. They'll run with Cook. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. The Vikings going to signal for their first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Now Cousins. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Bailey now for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
The score, Vikings 42, Packers 10.
And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. So they hit the ball before it went 10 yards. I know that's tough, but you got to stay disciplined.
It is difficult because you're so eager to go get the football. It's that type of a play, but you're exactly right. Have to have the discipline to let it go 10 first.
And it'll be intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team...
And this is going to be intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense... they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Cousins here to throw. Flushed out right. He'll run it. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Tried to go back again to Adam Thielen, but it's going to be 2nd down. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Throwing, Cousins. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator,